It gives me great pleasure to inform you that for the first time ever, the deep-seated problem why learners are not performing well at school is being discovered, leading to the solution that's been sitting under our noses all this time. This problem is not isolated to South Africa. It is a global problem, and it is literally based on the wearing of uniforms, as I will explain and you'll understand. The Department of Basic Education is one of those departments in government whose members wear uniforms. Now, uniform comes with a lot of benefits. However, there's one major problem the uniform comes with, and that is everyone wearing that uniform looks identically the same. However, we know that people wearing uniforms are not the same. There's senior management, there's lower management. There are higher ranks, there are lower ranks. They are not the same. Therefore, to solve that problem, these organizations and departments made use of insignia such as lapel pins, such as epaulets, and arm badges. This solved that problem, except in the Department of Education, where it was never even considered. The following examples shows exactly that. The Navy, the Air Force rather, in their uniforms, wearing their epaulets. The police, in their uniform, wearing their epaulets. The Corrections Department, also in their uniform, wearing their epaulets. The Health Department, in their uniform, wearing their epaulets. The Traffic Department, exactly the same, including the Navy. But when it comes to learners, there's no difference whatsoever. The fact is this: the Department of Basic Education has made progressive differences in the department. You've got first phases from the foundation phase, intermediate phase, senior phase, and FET phase. Within those phases, you get grades from grade 1 to grade 12. In addition, you've got achievement levels, which are also very distinct. Now, unlike all the other departments, the learners are not promoted the same way as other departments. Other departments members are promoted when there are positions available for them to be promoted to, or with their experience or the service period. And obviously, there are qualifications. With learners, they've got to run through an assessment, and then that assessment decides the achievement levels, and then if they satisfied all the requirements that is necessary, they'll be promoted to the next grade. That is the important part. So far, the Department of Education has done quite a lot to make it easy for learners to learn. The learners provided with free stationery, free school fee, feeding schemes, free transport, and to a very large extent, they even get free marks. However, when it comes to the reward is mediocre at best, because it's only a report card, which is not good enough, because that same report card is also the same for everybody else. Now, all the tools the Department of Education provide only half of what the learning process need to be completed. The other half is the reward to the learner. The report is already there. What they need is the relevant lapel pins that will bring to them the recognition they need, the respect and the prestige of their current position. And to put the cherry on top, a presentation event. I will explain that later. Now remember, every grade, every phase, every achievement level, the learner has worked hard to earn. So they need recognition for that. I've therefore taken upon myself to design the insignias in the form of lapel pins in this case that will be good enough for the learners. Firstly, you've got in the foundation phase in grade 1, never mind my model, obviously it's not in the foundation phase, but you'll get the point. That will be for the grade 1 in the foundation phase. This is for grade 2 in the foundation phase as well. And this is the grade 3 in the foundation phase. Now, grade 3 is at the top of the phase. So the lapel pins for that grade must look the best. And on top of that, the insignia at the top there indicates the next insignias that are going to be used in the next phase. In the next phase, these same insignias that were used before in grade 3, now they form grade 4. That will be for grade 5, which is the middle of the phase, and grade 6, which is the top of the intermediate phase. With that, also on top, going to the next phase, which is the senior phase. The senior phase has the same thing as well, and that is grade 8 and 9 at the top, leading to the next FET phase. The FET phase obviously is the last phase, and it must look the best in all the phases. That is for grade 10. This is grade 11, and of course the creme de la creme of the school, which is then the grade 12. Now, the idea here is to make sure that learners can focus in what something that is actually achievable, that is within their attention span. Because from one grade to the next, everything keeps looking better, which gives them perpetual motivation to want to do better and to earn the recognition that they want to earn. Now, in this case, obviously, all the learner has to do is to meet the minimum requirement to pass from one grade to the next. That's all they need to do. However, that is not what we want for our learners. What we want for our learners is for them to do better, even better than they personally thought they could achieve. We need them to do better. And for that, we are going to give them the final motivation to do better. In this case, we are going to take advantage of another one of what the department has done. We're going to take advantage of the achievement levels, and we're going to use those to finally motivate them to push ahead and do better. Now, I've used what is already recognized, like in the Olympics, the colors that are used to show progress. Like, in this case, between the achievement level 2 and 3, they will get their bronze level, which is the bottom level basically. The next is level 4 and 5 achievement levels. There they'll be getting silver to show that achievement level. And then the top will be the gold, which is level 6 and 7, which will be gold. Now, everyone obviously would like to achieve the best they can get, and that is gold. That is an absolute motivation that will make learners want to do better. But let me make this very clear. In the first place, before you can even talk about motivations, these insignias are what the department owes to the learner. They've made all the demarcations. This ensures publicly what those demarcations are about. Therefore, the department owes the learners these insignias. Now, on top of that, then we can talk about motivation. Motivation, then they will have to earn the insignias that they want to go with. Now, as they say in the adverts, that's not all. The one thing that everyone can look forward to in a year, all I'm asking is one day in a year, at the beginning of the education season, at the beginning of the year, when learners go to the class, to school, they are given one day. In this particular day, all parents are invited to the school, all dignitaries in the community, members of the department are invited, and so will the learners be there. Now, what happens there is, the learners will be called upon to the stage, one by one, to absorb all the glory that will be bestowed upon them when they are literally having their lapel pins being put on them. Each and everyone can have the moment of glory when this is put to them, because it will be put by the educators themselves. In fact, on the day, the educators themselves may bring the education lapel, the education uniforms themselves. That is their regalia from their universities. That can be the motivation as well. It will be all about learners. This is where we celebrate the success of learners, and we make sure that they take all the glory and all the prestige that is brought by their achievement over the year. Thank you very much for watching. Please drop me a line in the comments, subscribe if you can, and like if you can. But please give me what you think of this. I strongly believe that the learners of our country deserve this. We owe it to them. Thank you.